and take a minute and take care of themselves and get healthy, they're not going to be able to take care of everybody else. So that was kind of the inspiration behind the Moms event, because May is Women's Health Month. So we thought we'd take advantage of May and say, let's have a mom event. Let's take care of our moms. Let's get everybody together and on the same page, because we know there are so many people doing so many great things in our state for women, but nobody knows about it. So that was another idea. Let's find out what's going on here in Arkansas, especially at our health units in every county. So we'll hear a little bit more about that later as we proceed. But I want to thank Kimberly Clark for being a huge sponsor this year, for doing our diapers down there, if everybody can see that. And excuse me for being short-winded. We just got a quick sprint down there to take a picture, another picture, and then greet the governor. So, and then we're here. So, as women do, we're busy, we're active, we're taking care of everybody and making sure things are taken care of. So, thank you all for being here. But I want to thank UAMS for being a huge sponsor. They've done so much. They do so much with their mobile vans coming out to my county all the time and making sure women can get mammograms when they need to. I'm so excited about them being here today. We have Department of Health here, and Secretary Mallory has done an outstanding job getting all this together and everything prepared. She's done a phenomenal job. I'm so thankful. The governor picked such great people to be secretaries. I can't pick out my favorite one, but Secretary Mallory is phenomenal. And of course, DHS with Secretary Mann has done a great job. We're moving things forward with our Healthy Moms, Healthy Babies last year. It was just a great step forward. And I'm so excited to see what we're doing in our state. And we are going to see the numbers moving forward because everybody's doing a phenomenal job. So I'm excited about it. Everybody's here, all the vendors here. There's no way for me to list everybody, so I'm sorry I don't have the time for another hour. But thank you all for being here. Thank you for the folks that are supporting breastfeeding, folks that are supporting women and women's health, because it is so, so very important. I love our state. I love what we're doing today. And thank you all for being here. And I'll introduce the inspiration for this event, Senator Missy Irwin.
Good morning. Woo, come on. I love the music. We deserve to be celebrated. Yay. So excited that you're here. I think the War Memorial, what a great spot for this. I love this. Month of May is mom, and we are all a mom. You may not have your own children, but you're a mom to somebody, I guarantee you. In your life, you're a mom. And so the month of May is Women's Health Month, and so let's get ourselves healthy. Let's get ourselves checked out. Let's take some time for ourselves. Let's get a manicure. Let's do whatever we need just to take a break for ourselves, but just to focus on our health. I am so thrilled. We kind of brainstormed and got this. I'm not the only person that gets credit. Mary Bentley has been with me, and Janet Mann and Renee Mallory and Christy Putnam. And then the governor. I will talk about you in a minute. But I'm just telling you, it was so exciting, and we have some amazing women that have just helped so much. Cassie, and then our general surgeon, and all the people at the health department deserve a huge round of applause for really doing this and pulling this together. And then, it grows and grows every year. And so I'm just so excited that we're focusing on women's health. We do so much for so many. And it's time for you to just focus on yourself. Be healthy so that you can help others be healthy. And that's really what the month of May is about. But also, I just want to think about, there's a story that just keeps coming to my mind in the Bible about Jesus, and it was Martha and Mary. You remember Martha and Mary? They were just taking care of everybody all the time. And I was like, I want to be more like Martha and Mary. And, and it's just such an inspiration for me just to say, there's so many women in my life, and there's so many people that are inspiring, that are women, that inspire us just to say, serve first, be a servant. Serve first, serve before self. And I'm so excited. I think the governor, Sarah Huckabee Sanders, when she came into office, she was super focused on education, and that was awesome. And I was so excited and just really excited about what were happening there. But I think healthcare was one thing, and I was like, it just generated, because why? She's a mom. She is a mom. She's a sister. She's a daughter. She has a mom that has an incredibly deep relationship with her mom. And so that's who the governor is. She's just like you and me. And she gets it. And I was sitting here thinking about how am I going to introduce Governor Sarah Huckabee Sanders. You've heard all yeah, she deserves all those wonderful accolades, but the best accolade to me is mom. It is wife. It is being there to, clean up, help, put the Band-Aid on the bruise, on the cut, be the word of encouragement, be the person that picks the battles and having to negotiate. It's harder to negotiate with kids sometimes than it is the House and the Senate, I guarantee you. But she's amazing. She really is. And she's not just the governor of the state of Arkansas, she's my friend. And she's a friend to all of us. And she's emphasized so heavily on what I think is one of her key signature legislative actions that were just tremendous and a home run hit, which was the Healthy Moms, Healthy Babies Act. Because it was talking about health of the mom before you get pregnant, and then while you're pregnant, and then after you deliver. And it was actually looking at the whole thing and being able to focus on that. And so it was a legislative home run hit, and it was one of her signature pieces that she will be known for in the state of Arkansas that we will continue to work on and continue to focus on and continue to improve. And so I'm so happy you're here. I hope you have a great time. But it is absolutely my distinct honor and pleasure to welcome and introduce our governor, Sarah Huckabee Sanders.
Good morning. It's a little chilly out here. So thank you for braving through the weather, and thankfully the rain has held off just a little bit, but it is so exciting to be here this morning and join with so many moms and women from all across the state to celebrate the month of the mom. This is an especially exciting month, and Mother's Day. The day that my daughter was born is actually Mother's Day. So kind of a first child, first Mother's Day experience I get to share. Now, I thought that was really cool in the moment. Now, her birthday has totally consumed Mother's Day, but it has been the joy and privilege of a lifetime to get to be a mom and raise my 3 kids. And I love getting to do things that support and celebrate moms. And there are very few people in our state who are doing more to support that effort than the women that I'm sharing the stage with here today. Senator Missy Irvin and Representative Mary Bentley have done just a tremendous job helping lead legislation, bring awareness to services that are offered, and really help provide so much support and resources to women across our state. So thank you, both of you, to your leadership. I also want to thank Secretary Renee Mallory from the Department of Health and Secretary Janet Mann from the Department of Human Services. They are doing just truly heroes work. They deal with some of the most difficult, complicated cases and most vulnerable populations that we have in our state. But they have such a huge heart for the people that they serve, and I think that is really what sets them apart. And I'm honored that I get the chance to serve alongside both of them. So thank you. I also want to recognize here on our front row, we've got our Surgeon General, Dr. Kay Chandler, who's probably delivered almost more babies than anybody in the state, but also happens to be the first OBGYN to serve as Surgeon General. And I think having her expertise and her voice in the conversation has helped us tremendously over the course of the last couple of years as we have really leaned into elevating maternal health here in the state. So thank you so much, Dr. Chandler. As you've heard me talk about many times before, and certainly mentioned many times already this morning, I'm a mom. I love getting to be a mom. I have 3 kids, Scarlett, Huck, and George. They are 13 in a few days to be 14, 12, and 10. I like to say that being a mom is the most important title that I have, but that doesn't mean that it's easy. In fact, I know that many moms in the crowd will relate to some of the difficult challenges that we've all experienced. I spent a good bit of Monday night of this past week at Children's Hospital, thanks to our 2 sons. I'm going to start the story with everybody's fine. And I'm very thankful that Children's Hospital is here in Little Rock, provides great care, and is only a few minutes from our house. Earlier in the day, our boys had gone turkey hunting with my husband, Brian. The good news is they both shot a turkey, and so it was an exciting day at our house. Everybody's on cloud 9, lots of activity. That excitement did not wear off when they got back home. And apparently, some of the lessons they learned on that hunt were that the turkeys actually eat rocks to help them digest their food. And it has become a new fun thing to take those rocks as a souvenir. And so we are the proud owners of mason jars full of rocks from inside of a turkey now. And when my boys got home, Huck and George they said, "Mom, can we go play outside for a little bit?" I said, "Sure, let's burn off the last bit of energy that you have." Unbeknownst to me, they proceeded to swim in the fountain, not the pool, it's a fountain at the governor's mansion. And of course, they took those new prized possession of turkey rocks and mason jars with them. Before they got in the fountain, they took their shoes off and put the mason jars on the ground. Then they decided it was time to move on from the fountain and jump on a scooter barefoot, soaking wet, and riding around. You might be able to see where this story is going. George, my youngest, stepped barefoot on one of those mason jars and cut his foot up pretty significantly. We came out to find him yelling, "Daddy, I'm bleeding out and I've lost my turkey rocks forever." Thankfully, his older brother did pick up all those rocks and they have been spared, but we took him quickly to the hospital and tried to explain this story to the doctor, who was quite confused how all this had gone down. Thankfully, George is fine. He had to be on crutches for about a week. I say all that to mention that I know being a mom is not easy. It is not simple. Every day comes with its own set of unique challenges. But it is such an amazing experience. There are going to be hard moments. There are going to be things like dealing with injuries and sickness, knowing the right advice to give or not to give, and when to give it and when not to. Trying to prepare them for a world that is really difficult to navigate, even as an adult, and hoping that they're ready to step foot out there. And so we know that for too many women in Arkansas and across the country, motherhood can be really scary, and it can be a difficult experience, but it's one we don't want people to miss out on. Too many moms in our state go through pregnancies without the care and support that they need, and we want to change that. Of the roughly 35,000 pregnancies in Arkansas each year, about 10,000 women don't see a doctor until after their first trimester, and 1,100 women don't see a doctor at all until they are in labor. At the beginning of my administration, we decided to make the long overdue reforms we needed to change those statistics. I created the Strategic Committee on Maternal Health 2 years ago to craft a path forward for our state. Advocates from all over Arkansas met at meetings and submitted their recommendations to my office. At the same time, we expanded access to prenatal care at our Arkansas health units. We launched a maternal health pilot program in 5 counties with some of the worst maternal health outcomes in Arkansas. And we secured $17 million Transforming Maternal Health Model grant from the federal government. Last year, working alongside Senator Urban and Representative Aaron Pilkington, I signed the Healthy Moms, Healthy Babies Act. This reform directed $45 million towards maternal health and established presumptive Medicaid eligibility for pregnant women, created reimbursement pathways for doulas and community health workers, and expanded coverage for remote pregnancy resources. We also unbundled Medicaid payments for pregnancy care, covering up to 14 office visits for pre- and post-pregnancy care, and encourage providers to work with pregnant women so that they will attend more appointments. We increased reimbursements for deliveries and C-sections by 70%, encouraging more providers to participate in Medicaid. And these reforms are already making big changes. I don't say all those things to give ourselves a pat on the back, but to show that we are really investing where it matters. We are doing things that we know are going to make a difference and move Arkansas in the direction that we need it to go. This is why I always love when Senator Irvin's at an event. She will start the excitement and the cheer. At the same time we've made that progress, we know that there is still more work to do. Last year, the Department of Health got to work identifying the primary pain points in pregnancy care in Arkansas, as well as the resources that we could use to improve our outcomes. We landed on Arkansas Health Units. These community clinics are in all 75 counties, offering everything from vaccinations to help with Medicaid sign-up, and importantly, also offering critical prenatal care. All the services offered at our health units are free to patients, either because they're covered by insurance or because the state will cover the service. But far too few Arkansans know that that resource exists right in their own backyard. So today, we're changing that. In a few moments, we will mark the official launch of a statewide maternal health campaign to drive new moms to Arkansas Health Units and all resources health units have to offer. This isn't your typical PSA campaign. It's raw and it's real, and hopefully it will draw attention of Arkansans. And that's important because we want every woman, whether she's having a happy and easy and smooth pregnancy or feels totally alone and scared, to know that our health units are there to help them. The tagline we want every mom to remember is claim your care. If you're a new mom in Arkansas and you don't know where to go, Arkansas Health Units should be your first stop to claim the care that you deserve and that you need. I want to again thank the many stakeholders who have put their time and energy into this campaign, from the leadership in the legislature and our state agencies, to doctors and staff and medical teams at our Arkansas Health Units. And I also want to thank all of the moms that are here in the crowd today for showing up and showing your support, and happy Mother's Day to all of you. Thank you for being here.
Good morning. Thank you, Governor Sanders, for your leadership on this important topic. I am proud to stand here today alongside you and your team and the Department of Health. Forgive my cold. The Surgeon General, Senator Irvin, and Representative Bentley, and so many of our providers and our partners. At the Department of Human Services, we administer the Medicaid program, and we are responsible for a third to almost a half of the births in the state of Arkansas every year. That means we play a significant role in ensuring women have access to maternal health care and postpartum care. And we've been proud that we've been implementing changes and still continuing to do more changes signed into law under the Healthy Moms, Healthy Babies Act. We've established the presumptive eligibility, which has seen record enrollment each month since it began in July of over 800 women for 60 days and then becoming Medicaid eligible. We've increased the provider rates, as the governor mentioned previously, for deliveries, and we're working to establish Medicaid reimbursement for doulas and community health workers. So also at DHS, we administer the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, or SNAP, and through that, we work every day to help eligible families, including pregnant women and new moms, with this important benefit to combat hunger and put nutritious foods on tables. And this is just the start. We will continue to do things to improve maternal health care system in our state and always prioritize pregnant women, new moms, and babies. but we can't do it alone, and that is why it is so heartening to stand here today to look out at all of you and know that we are here for a common cause. It's why we work closely with our sister agencies, the Department of Health. That's why we staff county offices in all 75 counties, and we stay connected to the health units. We take care of families however we can and whatever is needed. Anyway, I am grateful to be here today to help launch this awareness campaign because I know it is one more step towards bettering our system, connecting women and babies to care, and ultimately saving lives. So thank you for all being here, and now let me welcome Department of Health Secretary Renee Mallory to share more about this campaign.
Thank you, Secretary Mann and Governor Sanders. You don't know how proud we are to be here today to accept this proclamation. But before I start with my remarks, I just want to say thank you all for being here in this nasty weather. This has been my nightmare that, first we had to move it inside and then the weather was going to be so bad and nobody was going to show up. So this is just amazing, and I appreciate y'all so much. So the reason we're here today, as you've heard, really begins almost 3 years ago when Governor Sanders established the Arkansas Strategic Committee for Maternal Health. The committee's charge was simple: to take a hard look at the challenges facing expecting mothers in our state and identify solutions. One of our key findings was clear. Many pregnant women or postpartum mothers simply did not know what services were available to them or where to begin their care journey. To close this gap, the committee recommended a maternal health education and advertising campaign to improve access to prenatal care and expand awareness of the wide range of services that we have available across the state. At the Arkansas Department of Health, we took that recommendation seriously. Our health units already offered a wide variety of services for women and families to include pregnancy testing, WIC, immunizations, and more, but we knew we needed to fill some serious gaps in maternal health care. We began work immediately, focusing first on strengthening maternal health services in areas of the state with limited access to those services. That meant expanding maternal health care services in counties with no providers, working with the providers that were already there, and ensuring that every health unit could serve as a reliable entry point for women seeking care. We have 92 health units across all 75 counties providing a wide range of essential maternal health services, including prenatal care, mental health screenings, referrals to local providers for additional care and delivery, and postpartum follow-up. These services are already in place, already working, and already improving outcomes for families across Arkansas. Hold up. Okay, but services only make a difference in women if we know they exist. That is why this media campaign was developed, to ensure women understand where to start. The campaign is designed to bring awareness to the care available at our local health units, at ADH health units, and to encourage women to reach out early, ask questions, and take the first step toward healthier moms, pregnancies, and babies. We want every woman who visits an Arkansas health unit to feel supported and confident in their pregnancy journey, which is why this campaign's tagline is "Claim Your Care." That's our rally cry, claim your care, and that's going to be important in just a second. So with that, we would like to present 2 of the TV spots that will begin airing all over the state this week.
So, you're a mom now, and more than ever, it's time to be
empowered, fearless,
bold, unapologetic, brave.
Claim a healthy start to motherhood at your local Arkansas health unit by confirming your pregnancy and getting connected to the resources needed for you and your baby. It's time to claim your care.
You're pregnant.
Yay, that's great.
We are not
start to motherhood at your local Arkansas Health Unit by confirming your pregnancy and getting connected to the resources needed for you and your baby. It's time to claim your care.
Okay, so no matter the county, the goal remains the same. Women should feel supported, informed, and connected to care. When our mothers are supported, outcomes improved, families grow stronger, and Arkansas moves forward. To all our Arkansas Health Unit staff, and we have a lot of them here today, thank you for the work you do every day to improve the health and well-being of all Arkansans, especially our moms. Your dedication is the foundation of this effort, and it makes a meaningful difference for Arkansas women and families. And a tremendous thank you to all of our partners here today and across the state who share the mission of improving maternal health in Arkansas. Please visit our booths, learn about the programs, and claim your care. But we're not stopping there, so y'all come on up. As I said, our rally cry is claim your care. So on 3, we're all gonna do the rally cry, right? 1, 2, 3. Claim your care.